This video is sponsored by my broke ass baby mama because I'm not buying her a car. She's taking me to child support. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Be on the Plate. I'm your host, Mo, and no, this is not your average food channel. This is food for thought. You know, I was quite stumped, searching into the abyss as to what can I possibly talk about. And you know what? The abyss delivered. Content just fell on my lap. Or you know what? Just knocked on my door. Early this morning, I don't know, could have been about 8:30. There was a knock on my door, and lo and behold, there was a young lady there standing. She said, "Are you Daniel Mojica?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You've been served." Wow. Well, that was the start to my day. And I knew from there forward, my day was going to be exciting. So, and this is a funny situation. It's a funny situation, but a sad situation, because it's about time that this has come to a head. This woman has been harassing me and hounding me for years, wanting me to buy her a car. Well, I bought her a car years ago and she didn't maintain that one, ran that to the ground. And now she wants me to buy her another vehicle. But you see, the problem is that I'm broke. And I can't afford to buy her a vehicle. I can't afford to pay her bills. I'm actually in the midst of filing bankruptcy. So, having said that, I don't know exactly what it is she thinks that I'm going to be able to do for her, or how much more I'm going to be able to provide than what I've already been providing. But I guess sometimes the grass is not always green on the other side. Or maybe I just better get accustomed to eating cup of noodle soups. Which are quite delicious if you ask me. I love these things. So anyway, just to give you guys a little backstory. When I came home from prison, I met this girl who put up this facade, you know, that she was about what I was about, which was about getting my life back in order, going to school, doing anything that was positive. I mean, I've tried to motivate this girl to go to school or to find another job, because I was going to go into real estate, and which I did. Long story short, she stood behind, or should I say was left behind, because she wasn't willing to put the sacrifices. But I did. Callie would say, I did. And I did quite well for myself. And now she would like to enjoy or partake from the fruits of my labor, the sweat off my back. Imagine that. This woman lied about her educational background. She lied about who she was as an individual, as a human being. She deceived me, much so that I had to get her arrested on 2 occasions. For assaulting me. Now you would probably think to yourself, why the hell would you have a child with a woman like that? Well, you know what? People can masquerade who they are very well. And they do it long enough that who their true identity is, it's virtually undetectable. So sometimes there's a snake in the grass that gets by, you know? There's a time or two that you get had and you get deceived or you get tricked. The problem with that was that by then it was too late and I already had a child by her. So now, 13 years later, I'm being taken to child support because the jig is up. Because enough is enough. I grew tired of being taken advantage of. And now here it is, just another attempt of her getting in between my relationship with me and my child. Because of course, I'm always going to be the bad guy, right? Because I'm not, as a child, they don't really understand what's going on. They just see that dad is not with mom, but they never question why dad is no longer with mom. But I'm sure my daughter now, which is of age, could somewhat grasp why that is so. And I know that as the years pass, she's going to get to know who her mother is on a whole nother level. And she will understand that it was never me that was the problem, but she was just born from a mother that I would just say is not mentally stable. And I was thinking about this a bit in hindsight, because this has been kind of brewing in my head, as to what would compel this woman to want to do this now at this point. And I came to the conclusion that this woman is still very much infatuated with me. But you see, I'm not one of those individuals that has that baby mama that on occasion, they want to fornicate with, and deceive them. No. I'm the one that's going to tell you, you still ain't shit. You never going to be shit. Because your ways and actions are still the same from when you revealed yourself, your true self, that is, So, it's hard nowadays. It's this has been the biggest challenge of my life, dealing with this woman. The biggest. And I've done a lot of time. I've been through many battles, many wars. But her, she takes the cake. Takes the cake. Primarily so because there's a lot at stake here. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about there's a child between us. And what's sad is that she doesn't know the damage that she's committing to this child. Each and every day, when she comes up with some new shit, and further drives a wedge between me and my daughter. I'm talking about the same person that I took to court for visitation many, many years ago. And she made it her business to deceive the court and pretty much she made it her business to inform the court that I wasn't her father. Therefore, I was denied visitation right. I didn't even have a leg to stand on. I tell you. And some of you might ask, oh, why? Weren't you on the birth certificate? No, I wasn't. I was there for the birth. I was there for every step of the way since she was born. I did sign a acknowledgement of paternity, which I thought was the birth certificate, but it's something that's totally different. But when I took her to court many years ago, she made it her business to denounce me as the father. So I was never granted visitation, through the court system. And now that she's under this impression that I've turned out to be quite successful, she wants to come after the pocket. I mean, I don't know exactly what would I be able to fork over because I am in the midst of bankruptcy. Not just today. I mean, it's been like a month or so. I'm just waiting on paperwork. 50, I'm not in the position that I was back then. Things are different now. The economy is hard. Things are rough, It's tough to make a dollar out here right now. Let alone keep them. So I think what's most upsetting is that I was just at her house maybe 2 weeks ago. And prior to that, I don't remember exact what date. But this petition was filed on October 20th. We're in December. And after conversations that we've had about my child, Conversation that we had the last time I was nowhere within that span of time between October 20th and today, you couldn't have at least even told me, hey, listen, I feel this type of way or whatever, I'm taking you to child support. No, she couldn't do that. And here it is. I'm in her home with her boyfriend, my daughter. We're having a grand old time. And this happened on several occasions. Little did I know, I had a freaking court case pending against me or brewing, you know? Unbelievable. But in any event, that's how the ball bounces, you know? I take it as a grain of salt. Why? Because, I mean, I understand the seriousness of the situation, but the fact of the matter is that the beat goes on, life goes on. And, you know, I wore this shirt today, Greatness. The link is in the description below. When you have the mentality of being undefeated, when you have that sort of vigor, that when you have that resilience, I don't think that there's much that you can go through in life that would knock you down, that would reduce you or make you feel as if all has come to an end. Within every negative, there's a positive. And that's how I like to live my life. I like to extract the positives out of the negatives. And I think that that's the only viable approach to life, because so many things can go wrong day in and day out, you know, throughout your travels in life. It'll happen. Not everything is going to go according to your plan or your design. But I guess if you change your perspective and flip it a bit and start to see the positives or the lessons, and you extract these lessons from all of these experiences and situations, you know, not only is your future brighter, not only are you able to take yourself to another, you know, you're able to move forward, but you're able to rebound faster than someone who would harbor and fester in that particular circumstance. You got to make sure that you get the carrot and the peas and the corn. Delicious. So, I mean, quite normally, I wouldn't put out my personal business on social media, but there's a lesson to be learned. And if you haven't already got it, I don't know what to tell you. You know what? I'll spell it out. No matter what you go through in life, there's always a solution. There's a solution to every single problem that you can think of. And you know what? You may go through some bumps and bruises in life, and you may identify them as bad ordeals, but they're really not. Those experiences are what make you a wiser individual. Those experiences teach you how to navigate through life better, how to maneuver, what to avoid in the future. And these things you'll be able to pinpoint a mile away, because you'll reflect and say, you know what? I can identify those signs. I'm not going that way. What saddens me about this is that my daughter's only 13. She doesn't have the mental capacity that I have. So her approach on this matter is going to be different. The impact is going to be different. And I don't know how this is going to play out. But if she is anything like her father, she'll be just fine. She'll be just fine. Anyway, I'll leave you guys with that thought. And this video wasn't really intended to be a food for thought sort of video. You know how I'm usually either sharing an experience or dropping a jewel. It was more so to get this off my chest, to ventilate, and like I said, previously, to extract a positive from a negative. Those soups are amazing. So, shout out to my daughter's mother. I wish you all the best in life. But I think that from this point moving forward, I will not exist. I will not exist. I'm hoping that the court understands where I'm going to go with what I need to do in the best interest of my daughter. I really don't know how this plays out. I only have one child, never been through this situation. But maybe I'll update you guys depending on how I feel, But I needed to vent and I needed to share with you guys, my loyal subscribers, my viewing audience, because, like I said, there's a lesson to be learned. So this is day 2 of my 30-day post. Is it? Damn, I got a whole long way to go. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Peace. All right, I give up.